Blue skies all the way. We laugh, we joke, we sing. What a beautiful day. Not a cloud in our sight. It's such an adventure, my baby, you and I. Water's crystal clear. Reality's so far from here. Never wanna leave this place.
All right, welcome back to Toast to Fridays. I am your host, Isaac Grillo, and I'm here in Miami Beach at the Toast Distillery. And today I am making Father's Day cocktails. So this is a new near and dear holiday to me. I have a 14-month son at home, so it's kind of special to be on the receiving end of the Father's Day, although I doubt he's going to do very much for me at this age. But I'm really looking forward to spending time with my family. And I think when you think about Father's Day, that's really what comes to mind. You want to be outside, barbecuing, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, enjoying some great food and some great cocktails. So as always, we're back here with Toast, our sponsor today, and we will be making some Father's Day cocktails that are easy to duplicate at home, which is very, very important. You really want this day to be as easy as possible. And these are actually, I picked these particular recipes because they make into punches very, very easily. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as I go through the drinks. But these are just some really fun, easy to make cocktails that you can make in a large batch and you can enjoy all day while you guys are cooking out. Do a little bit of hard work at the beginning and you get to enjoy the rest of your day with your family. So I'm going to start with the first cocktail, which is my Toast Cherry Limeade. So I don't know about you guys, but on a really hot day, I love fresh limeade. And we're basically recreating that vibe of fresh limeade with a little cherry and, of course, Toast vodka. So I'm going to be making one single cocktail for you right now, and then I'm going to walk you through how to make it in a larger format. So our first ingredient today is lime. You can't have limeade without fresh lime. So I'm going to use 3/4 of an ounce. Normally I use 1 ounce, but because of my other ingredients today, I'm going to change that a little bit. And the reason really is my second ingredient. So the easiest way to make cherry syrup is to buy cherry juice. You can find really good cherry juice on the market in any of your local grocery stores. I chose an extra tart cherry juice. I really want that tart cherry flavor to come through. So even though I added sugar to this, so basically I made a simple syrup, but instead of water, I used this cherry juice. So 1 cup sugar, 1 cup cherry juice. But remember, this already has some acid into it. So the end result is still a syrup that's sweet, but it has a lot of acidity too. So I'm going to use 1 ounce, a little bit more than I used of my lime juice because I really want it to balance out. Now it is Friday, Toast to Friday. So I'm going to make this cocktail how I would normally drink it and with 2 ounces of vodka. I deserve it. It's been a hard week and it's Father's Day. So now that I have all these ingredients in my tin, we saw how basic and how simple it is. We can make this quite easily at home. We want to give it a hard shake. We want to incorporate all those ingredients, get it nice and cold, and we want to dilute the drink a bit so it thins it out a bit. As always, when you see your tins nice and cold, your hands are starting to get cold, you know that you've done the right thing. I can smell the cherry, the lime. I know this is going to be a nice, refreshing cocktail. Pour right here into our Collins glass. Perfect. Now you'll see I left a little bit of room here. This is where your own flavor profile comes into play. I'm actually using just a soda water. You can use a flavored one if you want. You could complement, but get a cherry LaCroix or whatever you really want. You could even use Sprite if you want to sweeten it up a bit. But I'm going to top it off with this. Plus I want that really refreshing porch pounder style cocktail. Garnish it simply with a little lime wedge And if you really like your guests, you can take the time to make your cherries beautiful and pit them a little. If you've seen your guests many times and don't really care, you could just put a cherry right there on top. But this is our cherry limeade. So when we talk about making this in larger batches, this is one of those excellent drinks that this is made for a pitcher. So you can follow the same kind of recipe that I talked about before. It's kind of that 2-1-1, 2 ounces of booze to 1 ounce of acid and 1 ounce of sugar. Again, we did change the ratio slightly because we wanted a little less acid since there's some acid in our cherry juice. But now I could be making this in a large, big pitcher. I can add a whole bunch more Sprite, a whole bunch more soda water to add a lot more dilution so it's not as strong as a cocktail. You could be drinking these all day. So this is an excellent cocktail that you can make exactly how you want. You could even change the cherry to a berry that you really prefer. But it has a lot of versatility. And again, you could do a little bit of work at the very beginning and just relax for the rest of the day. So that's my cherry limeade. I'm going to move into our second cocktail today. So I thought this is something that I would really enjoy, the cherry limeade. That's hot day, we're barbecuing. I would love to suck down quite a few of these. Now, I also wanted something for the ladies. And the good thing about this cocktail, it's not just for the ladies. So you can make this in a similar fashion as I was mentioning before in these large batches and make it into a punch style to enjoy all day. But what I really wanted was something just very refreshing. So just like our cherry limeade, our toasted martini, which we're making today, is going to be something super refreshing. You don't have to drink it out of a martini glass. In fact, I encourage you to even put it in a pitcher like we talked about before. We're going to be using some coconut water, which we can add to thin it out. So I'm going to make you the first batch right now. And we're going to use a similar ingredient as we did before. So we're still going to be using lime. This cocktail, I've tried it both ways, works very well with lemon as well. But I'm going to use 1 ounce here of the lime. Put that right in there. And I made a toasted coconut syrup. So when we talk about easy, toasted coconut is one of those ingredients that's extremely easy to use, and the rewards are amazing. So you can do it in several ways. You can toast your coconut on the stovetop in a really hot, super dry pan, or you can throw it in the oven at 300 degrees and keep an eye on it. Either way, once you're done toasting that coconut, you want to reserve a little bit for your garnish for later. And then I'm going to make a simple syrup, simply throwing a bunch of toasted coconut in there. So I really want to get that flavor of the toasted coconut as well as the color. So I threw in a healthy amount, just enough liquid to cover the coconut. Then I strained it all out after about 10 minutes of simmering, and I have my syrup. And I'm going to add 1 ounce of that. Again, that benefit for the toasted coconut is it's so aromatic. You can smell it a mile away. When we top our cocktail off with it, as soon as they start to drink it, you'll be able to smell it. So I'll put that back. I'm going to use 2 ounces of coconut water. This is, again, once we're making the punch, which we'll talk about in a second, feel free to add a whole bunch more coconut water, thin that cocktail up, enjoy them all day long. But for now, it is Toasted Fridays, and I'm drinking it. So we're going to do it with 2 ounces of toast vodka. Remember, toast vodka is the local spirit. All our ingredients are from Florida. It's important to support your local businesses, especially right now. It's, of course, gluten-free, distilled from corn and a coconut water, so it has a really nice, soft mouthfeel. See, I can smell the toasted coconut already from the syrup I made yesterday. I'm gonna pour this all into my coupe glass or my martini glass. Again, this is just a light, refreshing, picture that coconut lemonade kind of vibe. Really good drink for a 4th of July. Here again, we'll garnish it simply with a little lime wheel. And I'm actually going to put a couple bits of this toasted coconut right on top. And that is our toasted martini. So when I mentioned before how to make this in that large format, we also want to kind of make it the same way with the base, and we add our alcohol. But then let's control it a little. We can thin it out with adding extra coconut water. Throw that in the pitcher with some ice, and your guests can be pouring it all day. You can throw these garnishes on the side. They can help themselves. So just a couple fun, easy recipes that you guys can make for Father's Day, and toast to us, Father's Day.
Blue skies all the way. We laugh, we joke, we sing. What a beautiful day. Not a cloud in our sight. It's such an adventure, my baby, you and I. Water's crystal clear. Reality so far from here. Never wanna leave this place.